Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome today to a Altergeist updated deck profile. So, oh god, guys, Faker went to 3. Like, what? So, I don't know if you guys know, but when I won the PPG event, I actually played Altergeist at that time for only a month, and I never got to experience Altergeist at full power or Altergeist with 3 multi-Faker. I know the running joke is that, you know, Deceived got a huge super boost power up ever since multi-Faker went to 1. But I mean, I just wanted to like try multi-Faker at 3 and see, like, you know, what the deck was like when multi-Faker was 3 and like the way you would play Altergeist now. So I think the thing is with multi-Faker at 3, the way you play the deck is so different now, and the lines of plays are so different. Like, being able to search the second and the third multi-Faker to resolve again and again is so oppressive, and like Faker is just like +1, +2, sometimes +3, sometimes if it resolves, like just because like you have Exia plays, and it enables OTK now like so much easier. Like it makes it so that like you can like set up like double, triple Hexias like super easily, and so I think like the triple Faker definitely like made this deck like a lot stronger. So I'll walk you through the lineup. I basically am playing like the standard lineup, except I'm adding 2 extra Faker now. So I'll be honest with you guys, like I am considering cutting out 1 Meluseek, so I would only play 2 Meluseek, and then just because I think the deck is like so consistent already, and like the Meluseek could kind of conflict, but I still kept it at 3 just because it's so insane going first or second. Like going second, like this card like baits out like so many negates, like at least 2. And so I think like it's really strong still to like play at 3. And like the Marionetter is like, you can't really cut this card because this card is like insane. It's like a free +1. And like you can't really complain about it, so it's really strong. And then the Faker lineup is interesting. Like I know that Faker is at 3 is like really exciting time for like Altergeist players, but I am still gonna test multi-Faker at 2. But I would say for this, let's just keep it at 3 for now. But I think multi-Faker is like bricky sometimes. So I actually think like the correct ratio for Faker would actually be 2. But like I said, that's still something to be tested. And we're actually I'll let you guys know. But I think like for this variant, I think Faker at 3 is like totally fine. Because like let's say like if you do break, like all you need is 1 Faker plus any traps like go off, and so like that's like totally okay. Then you play triple Ash, double Veiler, 3 Imperm. Like I think 8 hand traps is like solid in this format. Like 8 hand traps lets you just play around stuff, and so that you have an easier time breaking the board when you simplify the game state with hand traps, so that Meluseek just gets a lot of value off that. Triple Extravagance, that's pretty much like standard. I'm not playing Duality in this list because I think triple Faker makes the list consistent enough already, and I think Duality just like doesn't do as much in that essence, because like Faker at 3 makes the deck a lot more consistent now. I like the ratio of double Mani, double Protocol. I think like in a grind game, which the deck, because it can't outright kill you sometime, you need double Mani and double Protocol to be able to grind with the opponent. And like double Mani and like double Protocol are just so oppressive sometimes. And then triple Spoofing. I mean, there's not much to say about this card. This card is like literally nuts. It searches everything in your deck, right? So not much to say about Spoofing. The card's insane. It makes the deck way more consistent. Triple Strike and no Solemn Judgment. I think Judgment in the main deck this format is not as good. I think it's way better to side. Put it in your sideboard. The logic being is that Strike is really strong going first or second. And that the thing with Judgment is that like not a lot of people are maining like blowout cards that like really like hurt you, and like if you Judgment the summon, it's like okay. And like you already play enough hand traps that like you're kind of like doing well with without Judgment. And the thing with Judgment, it's really bad going second. And so like I wanted to build this deck so that in a format where like the dice roll is so important, you kind of want to build like your deck to like do well first or second, like make it like kind of like not like, you know, 70-30 where you win 70% of the time you go first and you lose 30% of the time you go second. You kind of want to like even it up a little bit. And so that's why I think like triple Solemn Strike is like fine, and you don't play the Judgment but you sideboard it. Then you play the kind of like the Spice. I think Torrential Tribute, I wanted to play this card at 3, I just couldn't find space, but I might cut the Meluseek and then bump this up to 3. Torrential Tribute is insane. It works really well with Melu. And then not linking off the Melu plays around Phantasme. Torrential is insane because it stops the turn, especially against like the Elec Synchro deck. Torrential Tribute just wipes the whole board, trigger Faker, and then you just like go like super plus. Torrential Tribute, when it blows up the whole board, like it sometimes goes like +3, 4, and it goes blur, so it's just like crazy. There's not much to say about this. And then, of course, I'm bringing back Evenly Match in the main deck. I think this card is really insane. You kind of need this card to compete with, like, Guru and other control decks, sometimes you can cheese like the combo decks, but like if they have full combo, you're losing either way. And so that's why like I think like evenly match is kind of in the main deck for like the control decks, like Striker. It's there for Salamangreats, it's there for the Mirror, it's there for Guru, it's there for like Madolches, right? Because Madolche will lose their whole board, and they keep like probably Teacher, and that's like fine. But they lose like their spell and traps, like they lose like Salon, they lose Ticket, so like it's really really strong. And then the Spice, man, double Typhoon in the main deck. So I think Typhoon is basically like, my logic is it's basically a replacement for Cosmic Cyclone, which is in everyone else's main deck. I like Typhoon because against the Salad matchup, right? Like you can like, if they set 2, which they usually do, you can hit one of like the Floodgates, you can hit like the Rage or the Roar before anything else. But also like Typhoon lets you out like Floodgates, like because a lot of people are main decking like there can only be one. They're main decking like a lot of hand trap, a lot of Floodgates this format, and so like Typhoon is really really strong at getting rid of those problems. But because it's a trap, it synergizes really well with Faker. Also, shout out to my boy Triff Gaming. You have to respect the Pendulum matchup, and Typhoon is actually insane against the Pendulum matchup as well, because you can Typhoon their scale and then trigger Faker, and yeah, you just go like blur. So it's just like really really strong. So I think Typhoon has a lot of really really good utility, and like even if you top deck for turn, you can still trigger it right away. And like I think like Typhoon is basically a replacement for Cosmic Cyclone in a deck like Altergeist because it's a trap card. So I think Typhoon is really really strong in this format. You just need it because like for example, you can hit their Hidden City, you can hit their Final Battle, like you can hit like a lot of really really strong powerful cards that they have set. Like I said, man, Striker, Guru, they're maining like, you know, there can only be one. You have Salamangreats playing Goes in Match. You have like just a lot of Floodgates this format, so you need Typhoon to like out it. Because you want to like kind of sideboard, you want to main deck like have to like beat the Mirror. Not the Mirror, I'm sorry. Have to be Control and have to be Combo. And I think this is like a really good lineup for that. Next, for the sideboard, you have like triple summon limit. This card is just insane. Going first, like you already know like side deck theory wise, you're signing out the evenly matches, right? Like you're signing out like Typhoon against the Rock deck, so you have like 5 cards to side in, so like you can easily side in 3 summon limit, like triple Judgment, like triple Lotus, and all you have to do is take out like because I think Veiler's not as impactful anymore. You're going first, so you cut out like the Veiler, the evenly matched, the Typhoon. You cut out one of the Meluseek and then probably one of the Fakers, because you're not gonna go like Faker Imperm turn 1, so it's like pretty bricky. And then yeah, and then that's pretty much it. Like, and then there's not much to say about these cards. A Pointer and Solemn Judgment, they're just like really insane cards. They're good against every matchup. Like you always side Judgment and a Pointer against any matchup. Like, it's just insane. And with Faker at 3, a Pointer makes it so that Faker is like way more impactful. The thing is, you're just gonna have Pointer, show them your Faker, then resolve Faker. So like it's just like insane. Then you play Haunted Rock. I like Haunted Rock a lot because I think a lot of people are going to be starting main decking a lot. Like they're going to be sideboarding like evenly match against you, and a lot of back removal. And then Haunted Rock lets you negate trap cards, and so like it helps you make sure that Haunted Rock can like essentially play around like evenly match, which is like definitely like it hurts his deck so much. Next you have IO. There's not much to say about it. IO is just like crazy. Typhoon, like I explained before. And then for the last 3 cards, I call this like the flex spot. You can play triple Storm, triple Mine, or triple Secret Village. Like it's kind of like dependent how you want to play it. I think the last 3 are like flex spots. I'm still like trying to decide what I would play. I think I would probably definitely play 1 Pankratops, now that I think about it, just because that card is like just insane going second. And then like the last 2 cards are just like flex spots really, like kind of like how you want to like take the direction of the deck. And then for the extra deck, you play triple Hexia, double Prime Banshees, pretty standard. These cards are just insane. Double Karibo, double Amaraj, and then 1 on Anima. Anima is just like there to like punish bad players. I think it's not as good, but you have it anyways because it's decent against like Salads, and it's also like pretty good against Appaloosa to like bait out the Appaloosa counter, so it's like kind of decent. So I just play it at 1. It like comes up sometimes, that's why it's at 1. I just make Link Karibo way more often. Then you play double Transcode Talker. So Transcode Talker is like really insane in this deck because Hexers are like a fire and Prime Banshees a dark. So like you get like really good synergy with that, but also because like you actually like have really awkward scenarios where like you would have like ways to make a Link 4 but only 2 monsters to get to a Link 4, and so that's why you would do it that way. So Transcode Talker is just like insane. It's always like really really good. And like it helps you because because you're playing double Manifestation, it makes it so that it's easier for you to get double Access Code Talker. And the thing with Access Code Talker, if you make it and you link off Hexias or Prime Banshee, you can actually chain it in a way that like they can't respond to Hexia or Prime Energy. So you do like, for example, if you link off like Hexia, you would go chain link 1 Hexia, chain link 2 Access Code Talker. But because they can't respond at all to Access Code Talker's effect, that means that like Access Code Talker would gain attack, and then that means Hexia is 1000% resolving. So that's like a really cool interaction as well. Then you play like the utility card, just a Phoenix Unicorn, and then the last card you play is like Celine. This is a card that I decided to just play last minute because it can revive back like your Meluseek, and then it lets you make Access Code Talker. So I think that's why Celine's really, really good. It counts both players' graveyard, so like it actually comes up. And I know that like you only play 3 spells, but because it counts both players' graveyard, you can like sometimes like make it. And so that's like the reason why you would play Celine. But that's pretty much it, guys, for the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoy this. This is like updated list and like the way that we're kind of like taking Geist down in like a very different direction because Faker's at 3. Let me know your comments, your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, you know, is Faker necessary at 3? Is the deck worse or better because of Faker at 3? And would you actually cut Faker to 2? Which is actually kind of like the direction I'm heading in. But like I said, this is like, I guess, the first draft of many to like come. And I'm really excited to work on this list with you guys. And hopefully, you know, make Geist like the best deck ever. So without further ado, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.